Hey folks, it's Mike. It's been a while, I know. Life's been busy, stuff's happened, that kind of thing. I wanted to actually put this video out probably a couple weeks after my last one. So probably late February, early March, something like that. But, with the last video, we've been experimenting with lighting film negatives to see if it's, easier to edit photos that way. And during my experiments, I was doing a little bit of research into film scanning and came up with something that I hadn't actually found online anywhere. In fact, I kind of had to rely on ChatGPT or Copilot. I can't remember which AI tool that I used to sort of help me figure this out. But I've been trying with shooting a film negative in red light, green light, and blue light. And then trying to combine it in Photoshop just to see if I get any usable results. And I've gotten some results that I'm kind of happy with. I'll show you the techniques that I've been playing with, and I'll move it over to myself. In the past, because I recorded this back in February, March, So during my research, I had read that different colored lights, affect different colors on color film negatives. So I kind of got a bit curious about shooting color film using red, green, and blue lights. And then using Photoshop to sort of smash it all together and see if I can get an acceptable result. With the setting that I've been using with the light in the film holder, I am able to change the light on this Godex light to get the different colors that I need. Wasn't really able to ensure that the positioning for the light would be consistent, just because of pushing all the buttons on the back of the light to change the color from red, green to blue, and which meant I had to do a lot more work in Photoshop to make sure that everything lined up perfectly. Still didn't get 100%, but still quite a nice experiment to try. Which leads me to Photoshop and editing all these 3 photos together. I'm no Photoshop guru by any stretch of the imagination. There are tons of people who are much more experienced and knowledgeable about Photoshop than I am, but so I consulted Google, I consulted YouTube, I consulted my cat Henry. None of them could really give me the information I was kind of hoping for. So I actually ended up turning to ChatGPT. It took a few attempts just because it was giving me information. It was a little on the sketchy side. That was until I actually gave it some samples of red, green, and blue photos. And it finally gave me the information I needed, and was able to actually get it all edited the way I wanted it to. As you can see, in Photoshop I've got all 3 of the colored images lined up in Photoshop. I took some time to also sort of line them up so that the frames are pretty much in the identical position. Just because of the way I shot, unfortunately, camera movements didn't entirely line up, but this is sort of my best effort in terms of making sure that they line up. So I spent a while making sure that the tops and the bottoms and the sides of the frames lined up for each image, going back and forth between each one of these images here. So the next step is to combine them all in Photoshop. All right, so the next step is to create a brand new image by going to File, New. In here, just specify that you want an image of 4,000 by 6,000 to match the dimensions of the images that I've shot in red, green, and blue. Also make sure that the color mode is set to RGB color for best results, because you're combining a red, green, and blue image. Once you've got that, there you go. It's all done. No, just kidding. Next step is to combine all of the 3 images into this brand new image. So at this point, what I will be doing is to essentially copy each of these colored images into this new document via the Channels panel, as you see the bottom right-hand corner here. So to start, I'll go to the red image and then select it all by using Control A, and then copy it, Control C. And then going to the blank image, or the new image, and selecting specifically the red channel, and then pasting into that channel. And as you can see, it's copied it in black and white, essentially, but it's specifically in this red channel. So all sort of the red elements of it are pasted into this channel. And then at this point, repeat the process. Going to green, copy that, click on the green channel, paste that, and as you can see, the green channel color image essentially is slightly different from the red one. Again, it's all the green elements that are being thrown into here. Then next up, I'll go to the blue one, Control A, Control C, and then selecting the blue channel and Control V. And that's it. Actually, no, I'm just kidding. There's a little more to it. Okay, so at this point, the next thing to do is to click on the RGB channel at the top there of the channels panel. And as you can see, image looks a little weird, but that's fine. We can just invert the image by just going to Image, Adjustments, and Invert. Gets you a little closer. So at this point, it's now a matter of playing with the curves to adjust the color on each channel. So just go to Image, Adjustments, Curves, and as you can see, it's defaults to RGB as the channel, but you can select each one of the color channels to play around with it. So I've taken some time to play around with the curves adjustments. As you can see, the lines for the red, green, and blue channels kind of all over the place because I just want to make sure that I'm getting the colors correct. Getting close to it, just essentially going to any one of these channels and just adjusting it to see what works for essentially the correct color, or correct color as the film, the camera, and my eyes saw it that day back in August. So I'll continue playing with it and show you the final result. As you can see, I'm still playing around with it, but because of the way I photographed the negative with the 3 different colors, there's going to be a little bit of ghosting in it, essentially where the three different colored frames don't entirely match. That's my fault. I'm still sort of working on a more permanent and better solution for photographing negatives. But as you know, what you can do as well is essentially use the Move tool, which you can see on the top left-hand corner here. Select any one of the channels, click on the image, and then just essentially move it around, pixel by pixel, essentially. Let's see here. That sort of looks okay. That sort of looks okay. That doesn't. How's the final? Still working on. Let's see. Does that work? Still got to refine it. Might not be entirely sharp. Matching all three of the channels together, but yeah, it's essentially what it looks like. And as well, I'll make some additional adjustments, hue, saturation, a little bit of fine-tuning of the colors essentially, and maybe some exposure adjustments, maybe bring it down a little bit with the shadows. And, as you can see, there's a scratch pretty much right through the middle there. That was a scratch that's actually on the negative itself. I can use the spot healing tool to get rid of it, or not. I mean, it's definitely a nice look. You can tell it's film, and you can tell it's very analog. It's not very digital, not very sharp, but it's sharp enough. And so from this point, what I can do is to crop the image. Whether or not I want to crop it specifically for the image, or because it's film, you may want to just crop it so that you can see the entire film sort of bit itself, like the negative itself. That's entirely up to you. And then at this point, what you can do is, if you're fully satisfied with the results, just save it, and away you go. Because the shots didn't end up lining up perfectly, there is some ghosting that went on with the images that I shot. Just because, of course, changing the color of the light affected its positioning, whether it was sort of twisted left or right, or if the light ended up being closer on one side than the other, which still, it's a lot of work. I want to make changes to my process for shooting the color film negatives, just because I don't want to affect the positioning of this light when I'm adjusting the colors, because I've got the film holder assembly, directly on the light. I want to find a way to essentially keep the film holder separate from the light. But that's a project for future me to tackle. I will also say, as you can see, this setup here that I've got, I'm actually filming in my garage. I'm trying to set up a little bit of a studio so that I don't get harassed by my cats, because that's one thing. And with my office studio setup, that is a bit of a challenge as well. Is that when I go to film, I've got one or both cats wanting to come in and distract me while I'm filming, yeah, it's I'm just trying something different with I've got like a backdrop and curtains, and yeah, it's what can I say? I don't know what I can say. So throughout this whole process, I think I've got a better understanding of editing color and film negatives, just because I want to make it easier and quicker for me to edit them. With the way I'd been doing it previous, any sort of slight adjustments I've made always just threw off the color balance. As much as I I hated it, but I kind of always just felt like I was taking more like an hour to edit just one simple photo. And I'm finding that I can do pretty much all my editing in the tone curve, either using the RGB curve or each individual channel. Actually, all of the above, really. On top of that, I'll still add, some sharpening or noise reduction. Depends on what what ISO film I was shooting with at the time. I also want to, in the future, improve my film holder assembly, just because of the modifying the light color. It affects the tripod that the light and film holder assemblies sit on, so it kind of goes like that. Really don't want that. So that's something I'll definitely want to improve in the future. And as you can see in some of these shots, where yeah, it's not exactly straight, but that's something for future me to take care of. So at this point, I'm going to end the video, and anyway, that'll do it for this episode. In the next episode, I'm going to show you some editing techniques that I've been working on using the original cyan lighting technique that I've been working with and finding works well, and showing you some of the editing techniques that I'm using with my phone and with the editing apps that are available on your phones. Well, my phone specifically. I mean, your phone will be a little different. So stay tuned, and hopefully it won't be another 4 months before that episode comes out. So on that note, do the usual, like, comment, subscribe. Ciao, folks.